if you weigh 90 kilograms on Earth, you only weigh 35 kilograms on Mars. So you're not fat, you're living on the wrong planet. Today, another shave with the Schick Injector razor that Matti Lindholm lent me, pretty little thing. I'm gonna put a new blade in, and I tried before and then I managed to get the old blade out, and you do that by, so this is the magazine that holds the blades. I don't quite know the brand, doesn't say Schick, but this is what I got from Matti. So this thing has an indent, so you put it at the back of the razor. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. And that increases, that releases sort of the blade from the top cap. You can take it out. So when you load, you put this thing in again. Like, Jesus. It's hard to do in reverted. So you put it in so it sits like that, and then this is a, what do you know, it's like a weapon. So you push this thing, and that should put the blade into place. See what happens. See what happens. Yep. There you go. And then you pull it out, and you've got inserted blade. Very good. The soap is, I didn't say Tabac. It's Tabac Tuesday because it's Tuesday and I wanted to shave with Tabac. The brush is this humongous brush from Teton Shaves. This is the little signature brush with a little man inside. Really cool thing. It's huge, so you have to load loads of soap. But hey, soap is cheap, so why not? Bit of coffee in the morning. There we go. So loading. This is what Tabac looks like on the outside. So it's porcelain, which is nice, although the lid is plastic. It's but it's very how do we call it? It's not very pretty. But it's cool. It's a cool soap. I like it. I kind of like the smell. I have the matching Aftershave splash, so I'm going to use that. And do we have enough? I really don't know with this huge brush. Let's see. Let's start loading. We'll add more if we need to. Yeah, smells good. There's nothing like smell of tobacco in the morning. Oh, that's plenty. So we're going to spend a lot of time putting water into that little lather. So I'm letting the tap run, and I'll be painting in water gradually. You can see that is almost translucent again. We work it in. We build lather this way. So soap plus water plus agitation equals good lather. Still very dry, so we'll just do the same thing again. Paint quite a bit of water in. And you know, I just do this until I'm happy. So it's almost see-through again. Make sure we get all of the lather and just work it. So I'm going to have a lot of soap because the big brush just holds so much lather. starting to look okay, but I'll do another run. Yeah, water. And the trick is to paint in the water gradually. Because if you put in too much, you end up having a concentration of soap in the mix which is too low, and then you have to add more soap. This is definitely the biggest knot I have. I should ask Matt for the measurement. I think we're good. I usually test it like this to see if it's peaky. It's actually a little bit peaky, not super peaky, but we will call that good. When I use a Chevette or a straight razor, I usually want the lather super wet. This is quite wet. Okay, so this should be insanely sharp according to Matti, because it's a fresh blade. The one I used before had 4 or 5 shaves on it. I didn't know. Yeah, there you go. That's gonna eventually fall down. Come on, Eileen. Boom. So I liked this. Razor the first time. And I used it. Let's see if I do on the first use. Or if my face would be just butchered. You never know. Feels good. It's quite loud as well. It definitely has a Chevette feeling to it. So like a wet, for example. Because I think here's the old blade. Yeah, the blades are quite a bit thicker than a D blade. So the thickness is probably quite similar to a wet blade or a hair shaper blade, which you would put in a single edge razor or shave it. But I don't know why, but I like this little thing. It's pretty, it looks good, which is one reason obviously, but the feeling when you shave with it is great. Now let's see if I still think that after a pass against the grain. Look at that lather. Very pretty. I think the brush is broken in now. It took a while. Okay, so my second pass is essentially against the grain. It's aggressive. Try to be a bit careful around the mouth. So do a bit of stretch. I'm taking the rest of my alum block, putting the fingertips on that so I can stretch. Even though I have soap everywhere. Yeah, pretty perfect. Okay, so far so good. Swap pans here, see if we can do the other side of the face without too much butchering. lights. Here's a bit of a weeper. Cool. Bit of alum, and we do the stretch. Oh, did I get myself? I don't know. Maybe. But it feels quite a bit like the wick. So, like the wick with, you know, the supporting wheels you have, some people have when they learn to ride a bike. That's what it feels like. So you can still fall, but you have to, you know, it adds a bit of safety. Okay, those were 2 passes. Let's have a feel, see where we're at. Perfect up here. Yeah, pretty much perfect down here. We'll call that good. Call that good. Do a cold water rinse. Yes, soap quite everywhere. But that was a really, really nice shave. One little weeper, which I think is gone already, and I can still see it. No cuts, just one little weeper, and you know, really good, extremely close shave. Tabac Aftershave Splash, which I got from Matti actually once. It's also in porcelain with this silly, funny cap in plastic. Good scent on that. Bit of alcohol, but almost no sting. Yeah, that was, wow, very impressive. Super close, very comfortable, good feeling, and almost no burn, which is unusual. I would usually have a bit of a burn. It's really cool. Star of the party was the Schick Injector razor with a fresh blade. You had Tabac, and you had Tabac, and you had this little boy who's messy now. His daddy's going to clean him, and we're good to go and have ourselves a good Tuesday. I wish you get one too. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Stay sharp.